Hello and welcome to Quality by AC. My name is Kristen and thank you for tuning in. This session is a part of a Physiofit session. So that means that we are not going to be doing anything jumping. We are just going to do a follow along session where I will make sure that you, by the end of this session, have been moving all your joints. You've been using your muscle, working with your own body weight, and I will guide you and I will lead you. So this session is for you if you want to be training a little bit less with a little bit of less intensity than some of the other session here on Quinity. So maybe you are a beginner into working out, good for you that you're here, or maybe you just have some issue with your shoulders, your neck, or your lower back, or maybe your knees, then this is a right place for you to start. So I work as a physiotherapist in my daily life besides doing YouTube. So hopefully I can guide you and I will help you. And we are just going to start out by doing a warm-up. You won't be needing anything but an exercise mat, a good pair of shoes for the standing exercises. And I will make sure that you have been training your balance. And as I said, moving your joint and using your muscles. So welcome and let's get going. Very good. Starting with our legs in a little bit of with this distance, we are starting with doing a bit of a inhaling, reaching up, and exhaling as our arms going down. So inhaling and going back, exhaling. A few more, lifting ourselves up. Already by now we are engaging our core muscle and our pelvic floor, keeping our chin in and our pelvic floor moving along with us. Staying up here, moving from one side to the other one, getting a bit of a stretch around our shoulder blades, reaching up and keeping that chin in, using your core muscle. So make sure that they're nice and tight. And we are gonna go in front of us. So pushing and moving from the front and to the back again. So making a rotation of your spine, inhaling and exhaling, squeezing. Maybe you feel a little bit stiff in your back right now, but that will help along the way. You can always do a less of a range of motion if that feels more comfortable for you. Going forth and back, another one going in the front. Hands on our thighs, keeping that chest up, and we're going down into a squat position, reaching up again, squeezing our glute muscle. Hands on our thighs, lifting up. So squeezing those glute muscle is not happening all by itself. You need to be full aware of your squeezing your thighs and your glute muscle. Keeping that chest up, looking straight ahead, and squeezing those ab muscle. Inhaling and exhaling. We are moving our arms in front of us and back, doing a retraction with our shoulder blades. So when we are pointing arms in front of us, it's a little bit easier to put our weight on our heels, engaging our glute muscle. Thumbs up to open it up in those shoulders. And again, you can do a less of a range of motion. You can go down and back up again if you have an issue with your knees. Just feel your way, always having that quality in focus. For another 4, lifting up. And 2 more, thumbs up. And 1 more. Going from one side to the other one, pointing that toe in the ground, swinging our arms up to get a little bit more of a blood flow. Lifting up. Swinging those arms, keep going, but get that foot up and lifting, squeezing our glute muscle and keep that core area nice and tight. Keep going. I will show this from the side, so make sure you don't make a hyperextension in your lower back. If this is too much, you can just put your toe down, back again into the floor. And we are gonna reach up. Still lifting one leg if possible. Straight up, back down again. 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Put your hands on your thighs, bending one knee, lifting up. Keeping your shoulders back, looking nice and proud. You should be, you're here, trying to do something good for you. Lifting up, and we are moving back with those arms, engaging the muscle between our shoulder blades. A lot of good stuff is often there behind and between your shoulder blades. So get a little bit of release of that. Going for another 4 and 3 and 2, and hands on your thighs, lifting one knee up at the time. And you can go all the way up, or maybe you want to do a little bit of a modification. So what is important here is that you keep your lower back in a nice, safe position. So no flexion in your lower back. Lifting that knee up, moving your hip joints, relaxing your shoulders. And we are going to go from one side to the other one. And lifting up for another 4. Keep chin in. 3 and 2. Another one for each leg. And staying here. Keeping that chin in, rolling all the way down to our feet. Doesn't matter if you can't go all the way, just as long as you keep your knees nice and relaxed in a loose position. Going all the way up, reaching up for the ceiling, chin in. And if it's too uncomfortable, you can put your hands on your thighs for a little bit of extra support. Or maybe you want to do a less of a range of motion. You just do that all the way down. Getting a bit rid of that stiffness in our hamstring muscle, our lower back, reaching up. A good, nice way to move your entire body all the way down and lifting back up again. Inhaling as we go up, 2 more. Going down and back up again. Inhaling and all the way back again. Hands on your thighs, and we're going to do a little bit of a stretching, extension and flexion in our lower back. Inhaling and exhaling, squeezing those ab muscles. 4 more. Down and up again. Resting your hands on your thighs. 2 more to go. Inhale and 1 more. All the way up, getting those shoulders back. We are now going to put our right leg in front of us, our left leg at the back with the heel up. We are going to do a lunges and up to a straight position, keeping that chin in and chest up. So keep going here. I will show you from the side. What is important here is to keep your knee behind your toe and make that pressure off your front heel to squeezing your glute muscle. All the way down. If this is too much, you can go for a less of a range of motion, going up and back down again. Or maybe you want to stay up here, not doing the bending in your knees, for a little extra care of your knees, lifting up, still doing a lot of glute work, lifting up, going down and get that leg up, chin in and chest up for another 4. Lifting, squeezing, or maybe just staying up. 2 more, opening up, back down again, and go back in the middle, doing a rotation, resting a bit before we take the other leg, back down, squeezing, opening up, moving that spine, back down again, reaching for another 2 of each arm, 1 more of each side, and back again. putting our left leg in front of us, starting to doing the lunge, both legs on the ground, or maybe if this is uncomfortable, do the less of a range of motion, or go all the way up, just staying put up here. And then maybe after a while, you are able to do a little bit of a movement here. And then day by day, you can go all the way down to a 90-degree position. Let's keep moving, lifting that back leg up, engaging our core muscle a little bit more. Pushing off from that front heel, keep going, showing from inside, lifting up, back down again. Inhaling and exhaling, squeezing back down for another 4, lifting, or maybe you're just gonna stay up here. 2 more to go, all the way down, lifting, and 1 more. Getting into wide position, opening up, going from one leg to the other one, moving those shoulder joints, engaging your core. And besides moving our shoulder joints, we are moving our inner thigh, getting a bit of a stretch. So one leg is stretched, the other one is a little bit of a bend. Inhale and exhale. Keep this moving, but we are gonna move our arm in front of us instead, crossing the midsection, moving, straightening out. Keeping that chin in, one side to the other one, for another 4, and 3, 2, inhale and exhale. Getting back into center, doing a bit of a jogging on the spot, or maybe you want to walk on the spot. That's absolutely up to you. So trying to get a bit short of breath, opening up and boxing with your arms, getting back into center, opening up. So you can just do this the same by opening up. Inhaling and exhaling. And you can do a little bit of this and a little bit of walking. And here we are for another 4, opening up, back in again. Opening up, in again, 2 more, open, in, and 1 final, getting in here. Now we're gonna do a little bit of a kicking. And you can do it with a little bit of a movement, up and down, still keeping 1 foot on the ground. Or maybe you wanna stay all the way down and kicking. Moving your arms up and down, getting a bit short of breath. Inhale and exhale for another 4, lifting, and 3, and 2, and 1 more to go. Staying up here, doing a bit of a balance challenge, staying on our right leg, lifting up our left arm, moving our left leg behind and back, and alternative between the other side. So one leg is moving up, the same arm lifting, squeezing, thumbs up, straight line up, keeping your lower back in a good safe position, chin in, inhaling and exhaling. Very good, up and back down again. For a few more before we are gonna challenge our balance a little bit more. If you don't train your balance, it will get less efficient by time. So make sure that you always incorporate some balance exercises. Now we're gonna stay up here. So standing on our right leg, our left leg up, left arms up, and inhaling, moving a little bit forward. Moving forward, right arms back, and lifting up again. Maybe you are able not to touch the ground, then you just keep your leg up, or else you can get a little bit of support when we're getting up again. If this is too much for your lower back, just do the exercise, lifting up, in again, and up again with no bending in your lower back. Reaching up as we go forward, we're bending in our hip, chin in, chest up for a good alignment. 2 more to go. Lifting, doing a 1-leg deadlift, opening up, 1 more, straight line, and back up again. Alternative to the other side. Standing on our left leg, lifting our right leg up, and we are moving forward, keeping that chest up and into center. Maybe you want to touch with your foot, or maybe you want to try to challenge yourself, staying up with your leg lifted. And do remember, you can also do a movement up and back down again if you don't want to do the bending. In front and back up. Squeezing your ab muscle, leaning forward using your hip joint. And 2 more, reaching forward, back up again, and 1 more. Going forward and up, back again to center. Releasing here and moving your lower back and your shoulder joints. Very good. Getting back here on a sitting position, a little bit back in your lower back, squeezing your ab muscle, go down again. So lifting those legs up, back to the exercise mat, using your lower abdominal area. If this is too much, you can lift 1 leg at the time, up and back down again. And you can alternative between lifting both legs up, lifting, making a little bit of a flexion in our lower back, squeezing, back down again. Keep that chin in. 4 more. 4 and down, and 3, 2 and 1 more, and going all the way down. Straight out those arms and legs, reaching up, reaching down, inhaling. Moving your arms back down, bending your knees. Maybe you want to keep your hands down here, or maybe you want to put them here for a little bit more of a core challenge. Doing a hip thruster, so pressing those heels off and lifting up, squeezing your glute muscle, and use also your pelvic muscle, lying here with your chin in, with your neck in a nice relaxed position, opening up, squeezing, back down again, inhaling and exhaling, pressing those heels off, lifting, and make sure you don't do a hyperextension in that lower back area, squeezing, stopping the movement with your squeeze of your glute muscle. Lifting up for another 4, back down again, 3, 2, squeezing all the way down, and another 1 going up, lower back down, squeezing, lifting your feet off the ground, hands behind your head, and we are doing a oblique ab muscle movement, going from one side to the other one, or maybe you can put your leg down for a little bit extra of support for your lower back. Supporting your head with those hands, reaching from one side to the other one, squeezing, stretching one leg, inhaling and exhaling. Keep that lower back down, nice and engaged with your core muscle working. One side to the other one, and we are going for another 4 and changing, and 3, squeezing, 2 and 1 more to go on each, and back to center. Very good. Turning around, getting into a plank position on your forearms, elbows right underneath your shoulders, and getting up into a plank position, looking down. If this is too much, just put your knees back down and lift your feet up so you are resting just on top of your thighs, keeping this position. If it's too hard for your neck, just put two hands on top of each other and rest your forehead. So from a standing position on your toes or maybe on your knees. Inhaling and exhaling. If this is way enough challenge, just stay put. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, we're just going to point our toes out to the side. And if you're doing this from your knees, you can go out with one knee. So doing some dynamic stability training here. Relaxing off your neck muscle, squeezing your core, in and back again. We are going to go for another 4, out, and 3, and 2, and one more of each side, and resting. A little bit of an active rest, hands underneath your forehead, lifting up, back down again. Inhaling as we go up, exhale as we go back down. Squeezing your glute muscle, up and back down again. Going for another 4 and 3, looking down. 2 and one more, and ease up your lower back, relaxing your hips, and inhaling and exhaling. Getting back on top of your, getting into a tabletop position, hands straight underneath your shoulders, toes in, lifting up those knees for just a little bit, lifting up, looking down, squeezing your ab area, inhaling and exhaling. You can do this on your forearms to protect your shoulders and maybe your wrists, lifting up, holding on for another 4, 3, 2, and knees back down, reaching up and butt back, inhaling, exhaling, and back up again. Hands underneath your shoulders, toes in, the exercise mat, squeezing, lifting those knees just off the exercise mat, just a little bit. If this is too much, if it's enough, stay here, or you can walk on the spot, lifting for a little bit more of a challenge, looking down, squeezing your core muscle, and walk or stay put. 4 more, 4, 3, and 2, and 1, and knees back down, and butt back, reaching in front of you, and straight, get a good stretch in your lower back, around your shoulder blades. Go back here on your forearms, lifting up, getting a nice stretch in your lower back. Inhale and exhale. All the way down, forehead down into the exercise mat. Get your feet up. If you don't have long enough arms to reach your feet, maybe you want to get a grip in your pants or in the shoe cap, whatever it takes, so you can feel the stretch over your hips. Very common to get a little bit short over your hip area. It's not very good for your lower back, so keep those hip muscle nice and well working. Good, nice stretch, and let go, and hands underneath your shoulders, getting up on your knees and all the way back up again. Getting your left leg in front of you, hands on your thighs, toe pointing up towards your nose. Getting a nice stretch in your hamstring muscle. Try to keep your chest up and feel it all the way down here. So keep that toe up, squeezing your core area. Almost there. And alternative with the other leg. Toe up, chest up. Getting a nice stretch in those hamstring muscles. And back up again. Hands on your hips, moving all the way down, keeping those elbows pointing backwards, stretching out in those chest muscles. They tend to get a little bit tight, as well as our hip muscle and our hamstring muscle, making us walk like this if we're not taking care of it. Chin in and ease off your shoulders. Looking for one side, moving all the way to the other one. Very good. And back into center. Finish off where we started. Inhaling, reaching up, all the way down. Again, straight up. Filling up those lungs. 2 more, straight up, back down again, and 1 more. Inhaling and exhaling. Very good job. So you've now been working for approximately 25 minutes, moving your entire body. So as I said in the beginning, this is a good session for you if you're a beginner, or just if you want a little bit less of a jumping and a session where you just move your entire body in a comfortable tempo. So if you're getting anything out of this content, please subscribe, give it a like, and if this level fits your exercise level, please look after my other session here. I have some with working with an exercise ball, and look after the Physiofit exercise session, and you will be in a good position where you are moving your body in a nice, safe way. So until I see you next time, stay happy, stay fit, and take good care of yourself. Bye.